Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing a meditation today, so I wanted to make this message and I hope that it reaches you. And if you're connecting with this message today, just know that the message is still the same. So, if we're becoming a channel, we're wanting to become a state of intuition, a state of awareness, a state of connection that opens up the doorway and the gateway of ascension, knowing that intrinsically we're becoming the intuitive messenger. So the messenger has to interpret the messages that comes through with that sense of understanding the new DNA that is coming in and the new codes that are coming in, and being able to channel from that source of the throat chakra. So this meditation is going to help you connect on becoming a channel, becoming a universal receptor, that consistency that allows everything to be initiated. So the ability to know, the power to know, the power to understand, the power to wield everything into your existence is knowing that you are the I am and that it's never been separated from yourself. So the I am is always ever present. The I am opens up so many different things for us, and we connect into the state of channel in the embodiment of opening up to a different state of will and preservation. So preservation, will, connection, stability can only come because we've never created or destroyed anything, because we have a new possibility, a newfound consciousness within ourselves to change the narrative, to change the direction of how life comes towards us and how life manifests itself. So a lot of the times we're always in between what we don't want to manifest and what we do want to manifest. So think about the things that you feel are hard to manifest or attract to yourself. Instead, think of the person that is not you right now, that wants all the things, that wants to be in that state of energy. That state of energy is completely connecting to your heart center, connecting into your intuition as you are guided by it, so that it can open up and be free. That there's no constricting or conflicting beliefs that are attached to your creation, what you're giving, your acts of service, your ability to connect into love. That worthiness will always push through the boundaries of whatever's trying to limit you, or whatever you think's trying to limit you. But we are a soul, so we have to see that we are a spirit. But we are trying to bend reality to the way that the human being sees it and also the way that the spirit sees it. So there's this parallel, there's this contrast of being somewhere in between the manifestation that we want and the manifestation that we don't want. But the power to know is to know that you don't have to know everything all at this moment, because you'll know and be guided within the orchestration, within the information that Spirit gives you as a channel to transverse and become that metaphysical shapeshifter. So this is a very lengthy live because I wanted to break down the layers of what I was receiving. So in this moment, whenever you're meditating, it's not that you're meditating, it's the very fact that you want to meditate. Why do you meditate, or why do you exercise? Why do you do the things that you do? Is because you're divine. You're not doing them for no reason. You're doing them for the reasons because it helps you give yourself a state of priming yourself, getting ready for the day, opening up to a sense of triumph instead of trial and error. So Spirit was really talking to me diligently. Don't think about it as trial and error. Think of it as triumph, as something I can overcome, something that I can step over, a stepping stone, if you will. We have to look at our life or our manifestations or our life progression as a series of stepping stones that allow us to limit the roadblocks, limit the banana peels, limit the things that try to come in, and then add the things in that you want with depth in yourself, so that connection can be known. So that's why we meditate. Another thing Spirit wanted me to say was opening up to a state of will, opening up to a state of connection. So it's not that you want to connect, but it's the fact that we do connect all the time to wisdom, to grace, to love, and to connection. So whenever we do our work, the work that we don't want to sever ourselves from. So we don't want to limit ourselves, But we also don't want to be too hard on ourselves. You don't want to beat yourself up in terms of trying to heal. But you have to be patient with yourself, because it's kind of like meditation is like playing golf. And every time that we're playing golf, we're just trying to work on our swing. We're just trying to work out all the kinks in our life. So we're just working on our form. We're working on our method. We're working on our intuition and how we're guided by that intuition. And so we have to do it over and over and over again. But then it gets easier, because you don't have to meditate to find God. You have to see yourself as God while you're meditating. So if you need me to say that again, you don't have to meditate to find God. You just have to meditate and see yourself as that, as the universe, as God. That's what makes it more powerful. That's what makes it more intrinsic. And nothing can limit that. So, in this moment, feel into the connection that is now. And just be present. We don't have to wait a bunch of lifetime progressions, past lifetimes that we're trying to manifest again. We don't have to go through this again. We don't have to feel as if we're reinventing the wheel or building the pyramids, because the way that they built the pyramids wasn't by hand. I promise you that. They used sound instruments. But you're the instrument of being sound. So I used that term the other day, but I'm going to use it now. You're the instrument that makes everything sound beautiful and wondrous. So it's just being more sound, being more in the state of relaxation. So signs, miracles, wonders, connection. What is it? What is it for you? That's important too. Because I can list so many expressions and depictions of energy, and I can say all kinds of stuff. But what does it feel in your heart? Like, what does it feel directly in your experience? And that's the act of service. That's the reason why you awaken. Is because you're not trying to tell people how to meditate, tell people how to live, tell people how to think. What you're doing is giving them an option so that they can think for themselves. And vice versa. So in this moment, think for yourself, act for yourself, speak for yourself, appoint yourself, and then everything is forgiven, let go, and transcended. So it's a simple message, but I think when we do the meditation, if you stay for the meditation, what it's going to do, it's going to stimulate a different sense of self. So I want people to feel as if they're quantum leaping and initiating portals and gateways of ascension, different dimensionality. So one of the last things I wanted to say, because I don't want to eat up most of my day, is that the meditator is not meditating to find God, to find manifestations, to find the best relationship. It wants God in all aspects of their relationships, of their experiences, of their circumstances, and of their entire life progression. It's a simple thing. And sometimes it's just kind of like slapping yourself awake a little bit, kind of like, putting the aftershave on and kind of making sure that you're awake. I couldn't talk this morning. I had like a weird thing with my throat. I couldn't talk, do anything this morning, but now I feel better. But we're going to do the meditation. So if you're here, feel free to meditate. If you're not, if you watch this on YouTube or Clapper, the energy is still the same. So we're going to meditate, and we're going to ground into the sense of relaxation. So very quickly, don't think about beliefs. Don't perceive anything. Don't make a physical subject to object relationship. Instead, in this moment, just be God. Just be the intrinsic nature of God coming back into oneself. The universality of love, of connection, of light. So the connection of light, the connection of sound, the connection of heart, and the connection of you giving that sense of daily communion with the Creator, that waltz with the Creator, that relationship that is undying, the ultimate free will, the ultimate gift that you can be given is beautiful and wondrous. But it does not take anything. It just takes a moment where you just kind of channel everything out, buffer everything, and what's left is that primordial wakefulness. That's it. And nothing in this space can touch it. It's impenetrable. It's an energetic bubble of condensed energy. The dense energies sometimes help us bring a variety to energy, to life, to imagination. So, when you take deep breaths, exhale. And see, when you do that, what does it feel like? What's true in the moment? What's the ultimate truth in this moment where we quantum leap and we shapeshifted into the existence that we wanted? And there wasn't any hesitation, there wasn't complication, but there was just confirmation that spirit is me, and I am the I am presence. I am God that wants to manifest relationships, experiences, circumstances, truth in my life. But I didn't have to meditate to find God. I became God as I meditated. It's a beautiful statement of vocation. It's a beautiful statement of opening up. And then guess what? You shapeshifted, you quantum leaped, you jumped, you transversed, and did something insurmountable and allowed the doors of heaven to be laid at your feet. And it was just like boom, boom, boom. Just like that. And a snap of a finger, just like that, it changed. So lastly, what we're going to do is just remember our soul song. Beating to the drum of our soul song in that moment, in that intense state. Just beating to the tune of your own drum. And that I choose to move on today. I choose to be beautiful, and I choose to not meditate to try to find God, but I am God meditating on top of I am. Nirvana, Shambhala, bliss, love, and joy. So everybody take one last deep breath. And that was the meditation for today. So yes, we have new private session specials, guys. It's 30 minutes for $50, 1 hour for $100, and 2 hours for $160. It's usually $200. And also have an appointment package for 4 appointments for $100 for $399. So I hope everyone is doing well. But what the meditation was trying to stimulate was just a quick enhancement of just change. Not to take forever, not to take an hour, but just boom, right? And just remember, guys, we're not perfect. And it doesn't mean that you have to be an enlightened being or a spiritual being, and that's just all you are. You are spiritual in anything that you do. Rather you're having a drink with your friend, rather you're going on a hike on Mount Everest or something like that, it doesn't matter. You're still God. You're still spiritual. But no, thank you guys for connecting with me. Thank you for being part of the live, and feel free to book private sessions with me. And also in-person appointments in Austin, Texas. If you're ever in the area, feel free to connect with me if you feel inclined to do so. But I think that's it. Thank you. God bless. Namaste. I hope you have a great day and enjoy your life.